Indy Metro traffic 20135, departing runway 15, Indy Metro Airport traffic.
Why does it say idle cut? Copy.
Gotcha. We'll get the weather, and we'll go from there. So yeah, we bring it back to about 1,000 RPM, and we just lean it until we see a rise, and then we kind of just go maybe about a turn in, and that's about where she wants to go. Okay. So it doesn't foul at the plugs.
Gotcha.
That's just one more thing we're going to add into the thing.
And we have more fuel in the right tank. Are we going to switch this to the right?
Nah, it's not going to be a big deal.
Okay.
This is our VFR sectional. So we are right here at Metro.
Greenway traffic, Banner 073 Lima.
Our AWOS, which is our weather, is 119.375, which we always put down there. And our talking frequency, you see the C right there, is 123.00, and we're on there. So we're on COM 1, so we're listening to 1, and our microphone's on 1. So not only are we listening, but we're transmitting on 1.
It'll be a couple minutes.
If we want to come down here and listen to the radio, or the weather, excuse me, we'll just pop up here, and it's so we're not switching back.
Airport.
You know, it's more efficient that way. So let's just always check our frequencies, make sure that that's what they are before we jump into this. So go ahead and get the airplane set up. You can go ahead and hit that button again, and we'll listen to the weather.
Here below 12,000, temperature 25 Celsius. Dew point 11, altimeter 3030. Remarks. Density altitude 1,800. Indianapolis Metro Airport. Automated weather observation 203.
Where's the other two altimeter settings?
190 at 8 wind. Variable between 170 and 230. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 25 Celsius. Dew point 11. Altimeter 3029.
You're going to use the
density altitude 1,800.
And you're going to hit it again.
Indianapolis Metro Airport. Automated weather
one more time.
Yep. 2033. Zulu weather. Wind 180 at 10 wind. Variable between 170 and 230. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 25 Celsius. Dew point 11. Altimeter 302.
Done with weather, right?
Yep. All right. What runway are we taking off? What's the winds coming out of?
15.
Okay. So what were the winds out again?
They're out of the northeast.
Northeast.
Elevation 2034. Zulu weather. Wind 190 at 9. Visibility.
Where are the winds coming out now? They're coming out of 190, so that's coming out of what? Southwest, right? So they're coming out of that direction. And we're going to take off into that direction. So the closest runway we have, and the only one that's facing that way, is 15, right?
Yep.
Let's take her on down to 15. It's been kind of standard. I don't think we've taken off 33 yet. We're just going to let it roll, and then we'll kind of bring the power on back. There you go. Just nice, easy taxi in. And Metro Unicom 9 Mike Echo with a radio check, please.
Metro Unicom Mike Echo, loud and clear.
Hey, thanks. There you go. Then once the airplane gets moving, you can kind of bring the power back. It just, a good taxi shouldn't be riding the brakes and having power in.
Traffic, Sandra 73 Lima, turn in left base 19, Greenway.
There you go. So we're clear right? Nobody's coming out of T hangars. Clear left. Cool.
traffic, Band 72 Lima, turn in short final, 19, full stop, turn.
I'm clear on my side to turn left. There you go, this is much better.
Traffic, Skyhawk 173 Sierra Kilo is 5
So the wind's out of our quarterly tailwind now. So how's our controls going to be? They're coming from the south, south-southwest. So we're going to dive away from them. So this time we're going to get a little bit tucked back into that run-up area. Remember last time I showed you that? And we're going to point it into the wind, right? Okay. So we're going to start slowing her down. We're going to cut off to the left here. We're going to go all the way to the corner and flip her on around. That gives us plenty of room to share this area with another airplane. Now you're just going to stump on that right one and bring it all the way around. We're just going to kind of get closer to the grass. Almost there, a little bit more power. There you go. And we'll get the nose wheel straight. And we'll just stay right here. You'll find it easier, Jason, when you want to do like a spin around real quick, pulling this back and just adding a little bit of power because it's getting that weight off that nose. With all that weight down there, you're having to jump on the right pedal there. Try that next time and see how much work you do. Just a mental note. All right, take it away, my man. Doing good.
With traffic 172 Sierra Kilo, turning on the downwind for 19er Greenwood.
Okay.
Alrighty, so normal takeoff, let's brief it. So wing flaps, what, 0? Throttle full. So what's the wind coming out of here to the right? So here's what we're going to have. We're going to have a little bit like this. Obviously, if it was a direct crosswind, it would look like this. Add in full power. But today, it's just a little bit. We're going to add full power. As the airspeed comes up to 40, we're just rotating it out and everything's normal. Right for that P factor.
Okay.
And then we're going to go crosswind downwind up to the north.
992 Golf, clear of runway 19. We're heading up south. We're climbing to 6,500 feet. Greenwood Municipal.
Alrighty, take it away.
Metro traffic 27 November, 15.5 miles to the airport, 3,000 feet, going to be bearing 45 degrees of downwind, runway 15 Metro.
Are you getting ready to land?
15 miles out. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it was 12 minutes away probably.
Metro 229, Mike Echo, departing runway 15, Metro.
Alright, so wind's coming out of the right here, so we're just going to have a little about right there. Alrighty. Real easy on the pedals. There you go, so you're going to have a little left here for a second. There you go, adding full power in. And just kind of leave it right here, it's not going anywhere, you're doing good. Now roll her on out, and we're just going to gradually let her kind of come on up at 60. There you go, and just kind of fight, keep it over the runway. Good. There you go, just a little bit of right rudder, just a tap. There you go. And we're just going to climb out at 80 knots like you have right there. Just going to keep it right there.
Anybody on the radio down here?
A little rough.
Yeah, it's a little bumpy. Alrighty, so we're going to keep it 80 or so, and we're 500 feet, so let's go ahead and turn crosswind. So 90-degree turn.
Downtown fast, 2 minutes, tempo 1,000.
No more than 30 degrees.
And Metro traffic, 229 Mike Echo's left crosswind for 15 Metro.
Alright, so wings are level at this time. Now look out to your left shoulder. We're on crosswind, we're 45, it's behind us. Let's go downwind now.
Metro traffic, 229 Mike Echo's left downwind for 15 Metro.
There you go, we're going to keep that pitch on down. Alright, trim it out. Trim this bad boy out so you're not working so much. There you go.
Metro traffic 1327 November, 10 miles to the northeast, 3,000, going to be 145 degree downwind, 415 Metro.
He's northeast, so he's not going to be a factor as long as we stay on this heading. And go ahead and say Metro 229 Mike Echoes departing to the north off the downwind.
Metro 229 Mike Echo's departing to the north on the downwind. Metro.
Alright, so let's keep the climb going up to 3,500 feet. Just real nice and gentle, no more than about 500.
Where'd you say you wanted to go, 3,500?
3,500. And try to fly it with one hand. One hand on the throttle, one hand on that, and just kind of trim it out with your electric trim. Alrighty, where is he at? He's behind us, or actually, yeah, just a little bit. Let's go to a heading of north now. Good, nice. I like it. Alrighty, so how we descend? What's the best way we descend in an airplane? A little bit
above 2, if we're going more than 200 feet, you want to bring down the throttle a little bit,
okay.
Pitch down.
There you go. And once you get somewhere inside that, 100 feet prior, you can kind of start trimming her out. And it's all about power. Once the power changes, you got to retrim it. So we're looking for about 2,400
RPM. Traffic, Columbia 409er, Sierra Juliet. We are 4 to the southeast, inbound for landing runway 15 at Metro.
That's fall traffic. 1327 November, 5.5 for the Frankfurt traffic, 2 minutes. Skydiving 2 minutes, 13,500 for 15 at Metro.
The aircraft that called 15 at Metro, you were blocked.
4 route, 23. And Metro traffic 1327 November, 5 miles to the northeast, ascending out of 3,000, setting up 45-degree downwind for 15 at Metro.
Metro traffic, Columbia 9er, Sierra Juliet. We're entering the left downwind for runway 15 at Metro.
Alrighty, so once you get to 35, let's go ahead and let go of the we'll let go of the controls and see how well you trimmed it. Alrighty, let's see what you got. Alright, so remember, just like we discussed last time, just nice and easy. We're just going to nice and easy. Alrighty. We're going to do a clearing turn. I like doing 360-degree clearing turns.
Left?
Yeah, we'll just do one to the left. You just do one. It's under 30 degrees of bank. No more than that. See if you can keep the ball centered. Whichever way it goes, you step on the way that the ball's going.
And Metro traffic, Columbia 9er, Sierra Juliet. We're established on the left downwind, almost midfield, runway 15 at Metro.
Metro.
Aircraft that's trying to call Metro, you're unreadable.
Metro traffic 1327 November has the Columbia in sight. Will be number 2, the airport entering left downwind for 15 at Metro.
Milltown fast track to high base 3000.
See anybody out here?
Metro traffic, Columbia 9er, Sierra Juliet, base to final runway 15, full stop at Metro.
Alrighty, on north, we're going to roll on out. Let's bring in the power a little bit. Let's get it back set to, there's 21.
Metro traffic, Skyhawk
there you go.
327 November is entering the left downwind for runway 15 Metro.
There you go.
Ish, I should have swung out just a little bit further, but oh well. He's like.
He had his mic stuck. His button was stuck, and he's like, I should have done this. Alrighty, let's do a 45 degrees of bank. Where's 45 degrees on the attitude indicator? Not quite.
Right there?
Nope. Right in between here. And we're right in the middle. Okay, so let's go to the right.
Madison, Indiana traffic activate, break 7 Yankee kilos downwind.
There's 30.
21, touch and go.
Let's go just a little further. And you're going to have to step on the right road. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. Just hold that pressure. And look outside and fly off a rivet or something. And don't change a thing. Just kind of look outside, find a rivet, see if it's going up or down between the horizon.
20135 is 5 miles to the south. Be entering the 45 downwind, runway 23, Kokomo.
There you go. That's the trick right there. See how it's just a little bit of toe pressure?
Yeah.
Doing good. And in the last 30 degrees, you can start easing it out. So like 330, you can start gradually taking the turn out. Not quite yet, right about there. Now you can start working it out. Look at that.
Frankfurt traffic.
Let's try one to the left now.
November, descend on left base for 27.
Same thing, once you get that wall center, just leave it there and just point something out there on that horizon.
Traffic, Skyhawk 1327 November is turning final, runway 15 Metro.
There you go. Look at that.
Frankfurt traffic.
That's it.
Bravo November, turning final, 27 full stop in Frankfurt.
That's awesome.
Report traffic, Skyhawk 531 per kilo. 3 miles.
Last 30, we're going to roll it on out. Look at that. That's the trick to that. Look at that, good job. That was really good.
Feels like you're hooked up in a race car going into a turn.
Yep, let's do one more to the right. That was really good. Oh yeah, that's it. Just a little less of a bank. Just take a little bit of the bank out there. Rider pilot. There you go. You'll notice we start overbanking, you'll start dropping. Alright, you're doing good. And alright, there you go. So just hold that bank right there. It's set right there. Ball centered. There you go. You like that little trick there? Roll out the last 30? Get you there.
Yep.
Alright, let's go back to the south now. Let's do a small, nice, gentle turn back to the south. Good job. Now we're going to go back up to 3,500. Power's fine, now we'll just trim it. Good. I like it. And we're going to do a power on stall. Remember how we set up for that? We discussed it on the ground. There you go. We're just going to level off. We're just going to try to maintain 35. Let that speed bleed off. Once we hit 60, 65 knots, full power, pitch her on up. There you go. Round up a little bit more. There you go, that'll help you there for a second once you start slowing down. So just be ready on that right rudder just a little bit. At 65, go ahead and add full power and bring her on up. There she goes, full power. Yep, now we're pitching up, simulating a takeoff stall. It's just a little bit of right rudder. We're just going to hold it right there. No more rudder than that. And we're just going to hold the wings level here. We're going to do one with the wings level. We're just going to wait for it. On the stall, the airplane goes to the right, we're kicking left rudder. We're just waiting for it, we're just waiting for it. Just keep pulling it back a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Wait for it, 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 wait for it. There it is. Go ahead and bring the nose down. You saw how I started pivoting into a spin. It wanted to. Good. Now we're going to bring it back up to the horizon. Let's do that again. We'll set it up the same way. Alrighty, let's pitch her on up a little bit more. Full power, wings level. There you go. And we're just going to gradually use a little bit of right pedal, just like you got right there. Perfect. No more than that. We're just going to wait for it. It's going to wait for it. It's going to wait for it. 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 A little bit more back. Just give it a little bit more. There it is. Go ahead and recover. Good job. And you can bring her on down to 3,500. Alrighty. Let's go back over here on 37 real quick. We're going to go for 1037 is our new runway. I'm going to do a demonstration for you. We're going to do a forward slip. I want to show you how to lose a lot of altitude in a quick period of time without gaining airspeed.
What heading you want?
Oh, we're just going to pretend 37. You see right down here. We're just going to pretend that that's our runway. Okay, we're just going to kind of go south here. And you see what I'm saying? We're going to pretend that's our runway. I'm going to do a demonstration for you.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, my airplane. See what it says? My airplane. I got the controls. Avoid slips with flaps extended. Okay. It just says avoid. So, okay, say this is our runway. I want you to watch that airspeed indicator. Let's say that we need to get down, okay? We're high for emergency, for something's going on to where we need to get down. Let's go ahead and stomp on this. Stomp on this rudder, and I want you to watch this VSI here. Look at that. And watch the speed. The more rudder I use, the steeper we're coming down. But look at our speed though. It's staying at about 100, give or take, right?
Because they're still going down.
Yep, and it's kind of cockeyed, just like this. So look what happens if I continue this out when I kick it out. Look at the speed. It shoots up fast. So we're bringing it down, stomping on it. The more rudder, the faster we're coming in. Let's go ahead and bring it back up. I'll bring her on around here for a second. I'll let you try it. That's a forward slip, okay? You'll see it. If you pay attention while you're pre-flight, you'll see some guys come in here and cowboy it. They'll just come in high and they'll just practice their slipping skills. Then you take it all the way down the runway and kick it out right before you get in the flare. So let me bring you back up here. All right, 3,000 feet. Alrighty, you have the airplane. Alright, so let's bring the power out. Let's say we need to get down, okay? So let's get lined up like we're really on a final before we do that. Alright, so stomp on that right rudder. There you go. Let's go level wings here. Bring it on out here. We'll keep the wings level. Whatever it keeps at. And that's all we're doing. We're just dropping it down. See that ball? It's way off this side. Alright, let's go ahead and correct this. Right, go back around, do it again. You know what? You know why we kind of went off this side? Because we weren't using, maybe, you're using the crosswind correction there too. So you'll have to use a little bit of that aileron into the wind type thing to keep going straight. Let's do that again. Let's wing it on around. Climb up a little bit to about 2,700 or so. And I think we used a little much, a little too much.
Too much rudder?
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, you're going to have to use a little bit of aileron too to keep us straight. Alright, so let's get lined up first. Power's coming out. So the whole point, so once we get here, Go ahead and stomp on the right one just a little bit, little bit. There you go. Now you're just kind of keeping the nose down, and as you're adding more, you're kind of just doing this. See how we're kind of straight now? Now go ahead and use a little bit of forward pressure. If we start drifting to the right, we'll just use more or take a little bit out. Alrighty, let's go ahead and recover. Alright, full power. Let's go back up. Let's go off to the east real quick. We'll go to a heading of... Take that. Now let's come down to 1,800. We're going to do that turns around a point. I'm going to demonstrate that for you though. A little to the left here, I got a nice turns around a point already picked out for us to go ahead and give it a try. Actually, here's what we're going to go ahead and level off here, and let's go straight through. Add a little bit of power here. Let's level off here at 1900. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a turns around a point for you. On airplane. Alright, so we're picking an intersection, right? Alright, power is about right here. Once we get it set, we don't mess with it. Get the airplane trimmed out. That's key. The wind's to our back already, so we're already on the downwind leg, so we can start this maneuver. I'm going to use this RC field right here as one of my points. I'm going to use this barn over here as a point. I'm going to use those trees where that car is going off to the north over here. And then I'm going to use a trailer. So you're going to see this here. So 1700, just like we talked about, on the ground. That's my point, the barn. My point's this RC field, the trailer, and then that house with the group of trees right here. I'm just going to stay to the right of them. Alrighty, there is my turns around a point. Alrighty, I'm going to start it now. Okay. Lens to my back. I'm just going to kind of just keep the power where it's at. And I'm just going to fly around these points, okay? Notice I'm in a turn. The whole thing's a turn. We don't go wings level. Don't do none of that. So there's my first point. Wind, this is my steepest point because the wind's this way, blowing me away. Now at this point it's going to start shallowing. Going to get more shallower. I'm going to use this little fake driveway. See that grass strip that's kind of separating the two fields there? We'll just use that as another point. Just notice the attitude indicator. It's going to start getting real shallow here. But we don't want the two triangles touching each other because then guess what? We failed.
Level.
Yep. And also we're looking for our altitude. I said 1700, so I took it to the 1800. I almost got us in trouble there in standards, but today it's your first lesson. So we're just flying around these points. That barn's a point. 105, so we're at maneuvering speed. What we want. We're just flying around these points. Not a lot of people teach it like this. They don't teach the, pick 4 points that are around this intersection and fly around it. They usually just say, all right, put that wingtip on that intersection. Well, guess what? It's kind of hard to tell if you're drifting in if you don't have a point, right?
All right.
Alrighty. And this was one complete rotation. Alright, so I'm heading back towards the A trailer, 1700. Altitude, speed, everything's looking good. This is going to be my steepest point. See how it's getting steeper. I'm just going to stay right over the top of it. Ow! That turn coming. Heading towards the driveway. Just want to stay to the right of it. You're going to notice it's going to shallow up here because of the wind. Just kind of give and take your airplane. You have the controls. And just kind of just ease it on through there. Just kind of try to keep us at 17. We're going to stay to the right of that barn. You just don't want to go wings level. Just keep the turn in there. Alright, doing good. We're going to hold it off here, so it's going to get real shallow right here because we're fighting the wind. We're just going to keep it just to the left of it until we get on the other side of this RC field. Then you can start diving into it. There you go.
10 altimeter 3029er.
Skyhawk 61872, just entering an upwind for runway 15, have traffic in sight.
There you go. See what happened? Now we're going to start drifting towards. So now steepen it up, steepen it up. You can tell the wind's pushing us away. There you go. We're just going to hold it just like this. Whatever keeps us to the right of that trailer. And then we're going to, once we get abeam that point, we're going to look at our next point and see how we're doing with the wind. Doing good. Alright, so we're looking at our next point. How are we looking? Yeah, you're doing good. I'd keep it just like this.
Traffic, Skyhawk 61872, turning my crosswind right over the numbers for runway 15 Metro.
Greenwood Municipal, November 7992, ground transitioning from Municipal County, 6,500 feet, transitioning from north, from south to, from north to south.
Metro traffic, Skyhawk 61872, downwind for runway 15, have traffic in sight.
Traffic, Skyhawk 1327, November is on base, turning final, runway 15 Metro.
There you go, working it towards it. There you go, steepen her on up. Looking good. We'll do a couple more rotations. Let's do 2 more and then we'll do something else.
Military traffic, fast track 1, jumpers away in 1 minute, 1 minute, jumpers away.
Traffic, Skyhawk 1327, November is going around, runway 15 Metro.
Metro traffic, Skyhawk 61872, final for runway 15 Metro, have traffic in sight.
Doing good. Altitude, speed, your points. Getting the hang of it.
Metro traffic, Skyhawk 1327 November, turning left crosswind, runway 15 Metro.
Belltown area traffic, Jumpers Way at 14,000 feet, Belltown.
Metro traffic, 72, clear the active. Metro traffic, Skyhawk 1327 November, turning left downwind, runway 15 Metro.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and break it off to the south. Let's follow Oleo right here, this road that's going in there. Let's follow this one right here to the left. Climb on up to 3,000.
Middletown fast track to 2 minutes, Jumpers 13,000.
Good job. Feel like you're getting it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Belltown area traffic, fast track 1 in the high descent out of 9,000 feet on the downwind runway 23 in Middletown.
Metro traffic, Skyhawk 1327 November, turning left base, runway 15 Metro.
We're going to use, I think this is 131st Street or something like this. 126, 131st, I'm not sure. We're going to use that as a runway again, do that crabbing. Not that, the forward slip, I should say. So let's go ahead and turn into that. And you won't need to use as much rudder.
Metro traffic, Skyhawk 1327 November, turning final, runway 15 Metro.
Alright, power coming out. All the way out. So, a little to the left, and just stomp on just a little bit of pedal. So when I mean stomp on it, maybe about that much. No more than that. And you're just kind of keeping it right there. You see that? Look at that. It doesn't take much to lose 1,500 feet. A minute. See that? That's about all you want. And then if you're done with it, kick it out. Look at that. Now you can take it back into a normal landing. All right, power back up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There you go. I feel like you get it now.
Belltown area traffic, fast track 1 final, runway 23.
Want to just follow this road, or?
Yeah, let's follow that road. That's fine. We'll climb back up to 3. What you were doing before was more of a side slip, is what we were doing the first time. This is a forward slip. And obviously a crosswind landing, aileron in the wind, opposite rudder. So if we had if we had an aircraft coming head on at us, you know what the proper way to go about that? So let's say we had another 172 coming from the west at us right now. Let's say we were the same altitude, same everything. You know what we would do? How we would execute that? Two aircrafts coming at each other?
Down and to the right?
Yes. Yep. There you go. That's collision avoidance for you. All right, we're going over to executive real quick. We're going to see how you enter the traffic pattern. Their runways are 18 and 36, like we discussed. Let's go a heading of more of 290. 290.
Settle down fast, fuel jumpers away below 13,000, high down 1.5.
Traffic Skyhawk 1327 November's clearing the active, taxiing back to the ramp, Metro.
Set that up right.
Yep, 29, actually I lied. Look at that, 240. Let's go right here for right now. And let's maintain 3,000.
Madison, Indiana traffic, Jackson, number 87, Yankee Kilo. Crossing the field, we're going to cross over and land on 3, full stop.
2,100. Indianapolis Executive Airport. Automated weather observation 2124 Zulu weather wind 190 at 5 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature.
Well, it's coming from the south to the north.
2.4 altimeter 3029 remarks density altitude 2,100.
Yep. Listen to it one more time.
Indianapolis Executive Airport. Automated weather observation 2125 Zulu weather wind 200 at 4 visibility 10
All right, wind's coming out of 200, so they have a runway 18 and 36. Which one are we landing on? Coming out of the south.
We're going to land on 36.
All right, so wind's coming out of the south, so we always land into the wind, right? Wind's coming from the south-southwest, I should say. So it's coming, and the runway's facing south.
36 would be facing south?
South. So we're going to use 18.
Okay.
So does that make sense? The runway's here. Wind's coming this way. We're here. We need to land into the wind because the wind's coming at us out of 200. The runway's facing, we take off on 180 degrees, wind's coming at us.
Your traffic,
okay. Yeah, I think I get it now.
10 miles.
It'll take some time to click. All right, go ahead and say Indy exec traffic. Hold on one second, let me get this up for us. See how far we are. We got the weather. We're landing 18. Alrighty, so we are 8 miles to the east. So it's going to be executive traffic, our tail number, 229 Mike Echo, 8 miles to the east, setting up for a 45 to 18. So we're landing 18, so we're setting up for 45 degrees. We're 8 miles to the east, executive, something like that. So
executive traffic, 229 Mike Echo, 7 miles
to the east.
To the east.
Inbound for a 45 degree to 18.
Executive traffic 229 Mike Echo, 7 miles to the northeast, heading for a 45 degree to the downwind to 18. Indy executive.
There you go. There's the field out there. See, we're kind of already positioning ourselves up for a 45 to 18. Can I see that?
Yep.
Good, good, good. Alright, so they're about 820 out here, so it's still 1800 pattern altitude, which we can start coming down to once we get, you know, inside 3 miles, I'd say.
Traffic, glider Victor Tango finishing from the west, 5 miles.
Alrighty, so making a call, say we're 3 miles to the southeast now for a 45-degree downwind to 18.
Indy Executive, 229 Mike Echo. 3 miles from the southeast, coming in for 45 to the downwind, runway 18. Executive.
There you go. So now we'll just kind of start heading, so we're 45 in it right now.
Traffic, glider Victor Tango finishing from the west, 3 miles.
And let's go ahead and join downwind. And Executive 9 Mike Echo is entering downwind, left downwind for 18. Ready, exec. And we're coming on.
Tango 748 is southwest of the field.
Alright.
3,000 feet.
Alright, so we're coming down to 1800, so let's take some power out. Coming down to 1800. There you go, you can start leveling her on off here. Kick some power in here just for a second. Alright, so we're going to level off here, no lower. There you go. Alright, we're beaming our touchdown position, so what's our first thing we need to do?
Victor Tango turning left base and final, runway 2.
Let them know we're turning onto the base.
Not yet, so let's do power first, 1500. 1 notch of flaps below 110. So we're going to watch our descent, no more than 500. You are right about the base, so we're just going to gradually just kind of work her on down. It's alright, everything, it's so far behind, it's like 5-second delay. Let's go ahead and turn base. Turn in left base for 18 at Executive.
Executive 229 Mike Echo, turning into the base for 18. Executive.
There you go. So we're in base, so we don't want to continuously to descend until we get the pappies, but we're in the white arc, so let's go ahead and throw in 1 flap. Now let's push the nose down. We want to be about 75 knots here. We don't want to descend any more than 500 feet, so just a gradual. Let's check final. And we'll just kind of ease our way in there. You can call turn in final for 18.
Executive 229 Mike Echo, turning into the final, runway 18. Executive.
There you go, nice and easy on over there. Now you see our 2 white lights there, little Vassy there. We're going to try to get 1 red, 1 white. You can kind of see the far right one kind of blinking at us like it's getting ready to go pink. We're going to take a little bit of power out. Okay, we're fast. We want to slow down a little bit, so I took some power out. There comes the red, so we're going to hold it. Let the speed bleed off here. Everything's going to be small corrections.
Position now.
Small corrections. We're just flying it on down to the runway. Okay. Still fast. I'm going to kill this last flap. That'll help us. So, alright. So, we're working it down. Alright. So, you feel me on here, right? See how the airplane's coming down? They call this the round out. So, we kind of hold it off here. let the speed kind of dissipate and just let it come on down. All right, flaps up, we're gonna go again. Power's up, this is gonna help you with your feet. We don't really need to use any feet right now.
Executive 229, Mike Echo, departing runway 18. Executive.
There you go, so normal, everything's normal, you have airplane, so if you need to trim it out, let's go back around and do that again. Got your hand right there, good, good, good.
Alexandria traffic, 748, entering a left downwind pattern, Alexandria.
Degrees, just a gradual nice turn, just a gradual turn. There you go. Look off our shoulder, it concurs 90 degrees. We're going to wait for that runway to get about 45 degrees behind us before we turn downwind. And once it does, we'll go gradually. Once we get to 1800, we'll bring the power back to 2000 to help us kind of slow down. Give us some time to set up. Alright, same setup. Once we beam the numbers, power comes back. First notch of flash below 110. 500 feet a minute drop, which just by pulling the power out will get you there. Alright, it's coming on our 45 here. Let's start turning base. You go ahead and call base.
Executive 229, Mike Echo, turning onto the base for landing runway 18. Executive.
Alrighty, so we're no slower than 75 here, so we're in the flap range, so we might as well throw it in there. It'll help us fly at a slower speed, a little bit more stable. So let's go ahead and push that nose down. There you go. So let's turn final. With the nose pointed down. There you go, a little bit more. It'll kind of catch up. Wind's kind of getting us right now. Alright, so let's take some power out. There you go, nose is pointed down. We're looking at the numbers right now. This is about as stable right here. Go last flap here, and let's start working some power out, just a little bit. We're staring at the numbers right now. We want to keep a little bit in, because you can kind of hear it, in case the wind catches us. As we're slowing down, let's go ahead and level off here. There you go. There you go, working it out. Trim's starting to come back to normal. We got 2 red, that's not good. So we're just gonna level it off here for a second. We don't want to land on this. And a little bit of power in there. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And we're gonna dump it here once we get over the numbers. Alright, so stay with it. So power's coming to idle. This is our ground rollout, so we're just going to try to hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. There you go. See that? Flaps up, let's go again.
Executive 229, Mike Echo, departing runway 18. Executive.
And there's 60. Our eyes, when we get in that transition, when we round it out and we're like, hold it off, our eyes should be right down the end of the runway. Nice little birdie right there. Hopefully we don't chop him up. All right, there's 1800.
Doing much controls on the landing? Because it felt like I was kind of...
Yeah, you were doing it. All right, so we got our flap in there. So let's go ahead and start turning base here. Nose is coming down. So base, we get no slower than 75 at any given time. If we start getting slower, add a little bit of power. On final, we're looking for 70. Alrighty, so what's next? There you go. Now let's gradually push the nose down. Flaps kind of make us pitch up a little bit because it's a little extra lift there.
Executive, 9 Mike Echo, turning final for 18, executive.
There you go. So nose is still coming down. Alrighty, so you need to retrim this bad boy. Do a little bit of forward trim. Alright, so power's coming out. We definitely have the field made. So we're looking at the 1.8 numbers here. There's your last flaps. Nose is coming down. Carry just a smidge of power. Until we get to the numbers. Now you can start easing it out. We're working it down. Our eyes are down at the white marks now. Down halfway down. Now we're just trying to level the airplane off, so we're wings level. So we're just leveling it off, leveling it off, leveling it off. Nose comes up. A little flat, but that's not bad. That was mostly 10% me, 90% you. Flaps back up. Off we go. Let's go back to Metro.
Executive, 9 Mike Echoes on the go, 18, and we'll depart the area to the south-southeast. Executive.
There you go. Trim her out for about a 80 climb out.
Newcastle Unicom, this is 5488 Sierra. Can you give me the winds there at Newcastle?
At 5, gust 10, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 25 Celsius, 2.11 L.
We'll go to 2,500, and we'll go 2,500 right now.
Indianapolis Metro Airport. Automated weather observation 2135 Zulu weather wind 140 at 5 gust 10 visibility 10 clear.
So it's at 140, right?
140. So put your heading bug where 140 is.
Winds are at 230.
So we're going to come in on 33, right?
Nope.
Okay, well,
wind's coming out of that direction, so when we come into land on 15 is going to be right here because the wind's coming out of 140. So we're going to land into the wind. Why don't you look at the HSI when we're on final? It'll make sense probably. Wind's coming out of the south. It's coming out of the south. So we're landing 15, so we're landing into it. The winds are coming out of 330, we'll land 330. So whichever the way the winds are coming, try to find the closest runway that's favoring towards that number. So if it's 120, it's 15. If it's 210, it's 15. 240, that's a crosswind. It's 15. 250, it's favoring 33.
Okay, gotcha.
Airport's in sight. We'll go ahead and make a radio call here. Traffic 229 Mike Echo, we are 8 miles northwest, and we'll set up for a midfield cross for 15 at Metro. Full stop. Yeah, we hit everything we needed to do today. We talked about the crabbing ground reference maneuver, which we did turns around a point. Side slips we did, forward slips we did, power on stalls we did, pre-flight inspection, checklist, operation, systems, positive exchange of controls we've done. Crosswind taxi we talked about, normal crosswind takeoffs we talked about, pattern entry, use of trim, collision avoidance, descents with approaches, which we just did. And so we're basically just waiting to park the thing, and we have the whole syllabus met for 2.2.
Greenwood traffic, this is Skylane 299, we're about to enter the downwind for runway 19, Greenwood.
Zippers away, 13,600, Frankfurt.
You got the field in sight?
Straight ahead?
Yep. So we're going to do exactly what we talked about on the board. We're going to come in, dotty-dotty-dot, 90 degrees over the runway, back around to downwind for 15. Does that make sense? We're just going to stay to the right of the airport, enter midfield, cross over the field, and then join left downwind for 15.
Greenwood traffic, Skylane 299, turning left base for runway 19, full stop, Greenwood.
Metro traffic, UE1 is 1.5 to the southeast. We're going to be heading due west. Be clear of the traffic pattern, Metro.
Greenwood traffic, Skylane 299ers on final for runway 19, Greenwood.
Traffic, Pack 1 Bravo over Ridge, December 2 miles to the south and southeast, descending through 6,000 for the left downwind 09, Frankfurt.
Greenwood traffic, Skylane 299ers on the go, runway 19, Greenwood.
That's traffic now, Mike Echo. We're 1.5 northwest, setting up for a midfield cross for 15 at Metro. All right, 1800, no lower. Go ahead and pull some power back. We're in that white arc, and it's a little bumpy. That yellow arc, excuse me. We want to stay in the green arc. 1,800.
And Frankfurt traffic, Pack 1 Bravo November is midfield downwind for wide downwind 09.
So what's our next position here? So what's our next move?
We're going to cut 90 degrees across the runway.
Okay.
And then into the downwind.
Yep. 1,800.
Full stop. Frankfurt.
There you go. Once you get in the middle, then you can cut it over 90 degrees. That's traffic now, Mike Echo is over the top, joining left downwind for 15 Metro. Alright, so now we can slow her down to 2,000 RPM. That'll help you kind of stay with the airplane a little bit.
traffic, Pack 1 Bravo November is on left base, turning final 09, full stop, Princeton.
And we're going to give ourselves a little space, and we'll probably start turning, I'd say about 4 seconds you could turn downwind. Yeah, I'd say turn downwind. 330.
Greenwood traffic, Charlie 209, turning left base for runway 19, Greenwood.
Alright, we're beaming our numbers, so same thing over at executive we just did.
Metro 229, Mike Echo on the downwind, runway 15, Metro.
Okay, so let's set her up. Set her up for landing. And we'll turn base.
Greenwood traffic, Skylane 299ers on final, turning final for runway 19, touch and go, Greenwood.
There you go, coming around. 40 for that 90-degree turn. Clear on final. 75, we're plus 10, so we're alright. There you go. Nose is coming back down, like so. Just nice and easy. And you can turn the final. There you go. So we'll take a little bit of power out. And we'll maintain our pitch. So let's go power idle. And we're not going to use full flaps this time. Wind's right down the runway. And I lied, maybe that'll help us out. Alright, so we're steady, just like this approach. Alrighty. We're nice and level, trim's coming back in. Alright, let's work that power on out. Nose is going to continue to stay like we have it. Eyes are starting to go down towards the end of the runway where the cars are. We're working it down, working it down. About right here, we're going to level the airplane off, let it settle down, and just bring it on in like that. You're just kind of just getting it set up there, and as it starts falling, the nose is coming up.
I can feel it. I can feel it when we get close.
It just wants to.
Right.
You see the cars down there? That's where our eyes should be, about that level. You can kind of see them down there. All right, that's our day. That's our one lesson. Good job. We got pattern entries and departures in there. Power on stalls, forward slips, crabbing, side slips, deep turns, ground reference. That was a pretty productive 1.2 so far.
Tomwood Aviation at Metro Pilatus 869 Alpha Foxtrot.
Metro 229, Mike Echo, clear runway 15, Metro.
Right, let's stop.
Metro Unicom, Tomwood Aviation, go ahead.
Let's
Hey
go
there,
checklist.
Pilatus 869 Alpha Foxtrot. We're 10 minutes out. We're coming in empty. We're going to be overnight with you guys, and negative services tonight, but we will have fuel order for tomorrow.
Very good. We'll see you then.
Okay, see ya.
And we'll, so basically after landing, let's just wing flaps up. Let's do the landing light off. And transponder to standby. That's something you're just going to have to remember. Transponder from altitude to standby. So you're just going to twist this lever until it goes to standby. Right, one more click. There you go. And we're going to park it right between that Bonanza, facing the same way we got it. And we'll do the securing airplane there.
Skylane 299, turning left base, runway 19, full stop. Greenwood traffic, Skylane 299, final runway 19, full stop.
little bit of gas, and then kill it. There you go. So that just prevents us from sucking up that rope, getting wrapped around. Perfect. Alrighty, shutdown checklist.
Indy Metro traffic, Sundowner 5125 Mike is 8.5 northwest, 8 mile final 15, Indy Metro.